everybody out there in YouTube land. Yesterday I uploaded a short video um, just talking about some of the books I have out right now. So today I decided I would do a brief reading from my new novel, The Quarry, out from Evil Gesture Press. Just a short little reading, give you a taste of it, and I'm going to start that now. Norman Barrett looked up from his abnormal psych book and glanced at the clock. Almost midnight. Time for his first set of rounds. After a quick check of the monitors that showed live feeds from various cameras on campus, concentrated mostly around the 4 dorm buildings, he grabbed his slicker and flashlight and headed out into the rain. He'd only been working security at the college for a couple of months, and he was still trying to adjust to the graveyard shift, but he had ample downtime to study, and more importantly, working for the college meant he didn't have to pay for the classes he took. Taking a seat in the golf cart he was provided for rounds, he was thankful for the vinyl roof overhead, even though the open sides still allowed rain to pelt him on nights like tonight. It was really coming down hard. He puttered away from the security office and took the small road that led between Ebert and Hammock Hall. Then he took a right, headed by the Greer dorm toward Stevenson. One good thing about Limestone being such a small campus, his rounds never took long, and he really needed to catch up on his reading for class. He'd gotten almost nothing done last night because of that lacrosse player and his childish stunt. The rain intensified, severely reducing visibility, so he slowed the cart. Up ahead in the small parking lot, he thought he could make out a shape by the metal barricade at the edge of the quarry. Squinting and aiming his flashlight beam in that direction, he still wasn't sure until he was close enough for conversation. A student, Norman recognized him but didn't know his name, was just standing there in the rain, without an umbrella or even a jacket. He didn't turn when Norman approached, just continued to stare out at the water. "Hey you," Norman said loudly. "What are you doing out here?" At first the boy didn't respond, but then he slowly turned his head. His eyes were glazed and vacant. Probably high, Norman guessed. "Just enjoying the view," he said in a dull voice. "Well, maybe you'd enjoy it some other time when it's not pouring." The boy frowned and looked up, blinking rapidly as rain fell into his eyes, as if he had just noticed the weather. "I like the rain," he said at last. "I think maybe you should get inside." A little bit of life came back into the boy's eyes. Not much, but some. "Sorry, officer. Is it against the law to stand out in the rain?" "Suit yourself," Norman said, already backing up and steering the cart toward the dining hall. "But don't blame me when you catch pneumonia." Norman was tired of the snotty attitude most of these kids gave him. At 22, he wasn't that much older than they were. He just hadn't been lucky enough to have the same opportunities they'd been handed. But he was working on it. Dale waited until the security guard was out of sight before vaulting over the barricade and jumping into the quarry. Like I said, that's just a little taste of The Quarry. It's available on Amazon. It's $13.95 for the trade paperback, $2.99 for the digital. So, if you liked what you heard, then check it out. Thanks.